Kiki. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Thursday, happy Talking Thursday, and today I'm going to be going over a very important subject which I get asked a lot. Kiki, how are you always so happy and always so chipper? And today I'm going to be talking about how I have become so happy and how you can live a successful life and a happy life as a teenager. So this video is strictly for teens, but if you're an adult or younger, continue watching. I think that these rules can apply to everyone. So without further ado, here is my secrets on a happy and successful life. Now, this video is kind of hard to explain verbally sometimes, so I like to use drawings. First off, on a blank piece of paper, you have yourself, right? This is you, and you're pretty upset, and you want to get over to this side where you're happy. But how are you going to do that? Well, I like to think of it as a bridge. So you got your bridge, right? Now, you know how in the tale or something of the three billy goats, there's always that troll under the bridge? Well, I just want to ask you real quick, do you see anything under the bridge? I don't think you do. It just looks like a really weird face with the two eyes and a mouth, but it's a bridge, trust me. There is nothing under the bridge. There is nothing. And what this bridge symbolizes is how easy or how hard it can be to go from upset to happy. I know that it seems like a very simple thing to do, but sometimes people have trouble doing it. I had a lot of trouble doing it, so does that mean everyone's going to have trouble doing it? Of course not. Everyone's going to have their different experience on trying to cross this bridge. But sometimes we run into the case where there is something under that bridge, whether it be your friends, your family, your job, or just anything in between, where you have to figure out, how do I cross this bridge while trying to maintain my composure and trying to actually live a happy life. Now, when you're going across this bridge, I honestly think that you will run into at least two obstacles. My obstacles happen to be school and school life, just like friends and family in general. I tend to think that friends and family go along very closely. And so that was a problem for me. Not only was I slacking behind in school, I also had a lot of drama going on in my life that I needed to resolve. Now, I would ponder a lot, thinking, how am I going to get this all sorted out, and how am I going to, kind of cross that bridge to get myself to the happy zone? I was already somewhat happy with who I was, but I knew that I needed to fix and tweak myself to get completely happy. Now, I'm not saying I'm already completely happy as it is. I have a lot to work on, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm almost 100% over the bridge. What I did was I had to sit down with myself and just meet myself again. I know that sounds really strange. I would sit down in front of a mirror. I would get a little handheld mirror, or I would stand in front of my mirror and just look at myself. Not in the not in the conceited way, but I would look at myself and say, what do I want to change? I would ask myself verbally in front of the mirror, what do I want to change in my life, and how can I fix that? And after that, I started getting so many ideas on how I could fix myself. I decided that maybe talking to some people about what problems I had and how I could fix them, talking to people that had been in the same situation as I had, and that helped tremendously. Now, I'm not saying talking to someone is like your best shot, but it's a way to go. And it might not give you all the answers on how to completely fix yourself. They might not be, a god with all the answers. No one has all the answers. Everyone's different, which is why I'm saying that this bridge, there might be nothing under it, but there might be something under it. Now, to have a successful life as a teenager, we're not talking about becoming the next, Justin Bieber or something like that. We're not talking about, singing in front of a camera and then boom, magically going to Hollywood. Some people are lucky and that might happen to you, and if it does, congratulations. But we're going to talk realistically here, and us teens are either in middle school, high school, or just going off to college. Now, going off to college is one thing, and I'm not there yet, but, I can give some advice for that. When you go off to college, I want you to think about some 3 main, tips. What, when, and why. These are tips that you want to think about. The what is, what am I doing this? What am I going to learn? What am I doing this for? The when is, when do you want to achieve your goals in college? And why are you even going to do this? If you can't think of anything on a reason why you're going to college, maybe you should take a gap year and think about that so you can be a little bit more successful. That's just my idea of going off to college. I have a brother that will be going off to college soon, and it's scary. I understand that. It is super scary going off into the world as your own, and I can vouch for that. I have been a counselor at different summer camps, and I would go off on my first time. I was scared. I didn't know how I was going to be doing any of this stuff, but I kept thinking what, when, and why. So for high school, that's a completely different story, but sometimes it's the same. You also have to think what, when, and why in high school. What am I going to learn to help me achieve my goals through going to college? When do I want to achieve these, and why am I doing it? I had a lot of trouble in high school, and I'm glad to say that I found out through other teachers what I could improve on. That's one thing that I advise you. Ask for help. You will not get anything done if you're just sitting there in class looking at the board and not understanding anything. You can ask someone else sitting next to you, but it's always better to ask the person who is teaching it, aka your teacher. Now, I'm pretty shy when it comes to classrooms, and I don't raise my hand very much unless it's to answer a question, because I like answering questions. And if it's wrong, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with having a wrong answer. But when it comes to asking for one-on-one help, that's where I would kind of back off a little bit. I thought that they would think that I was dumb or that I couldn't understand a simple concept. But then I realized if I want to be successful and if I want to actually turn my life around, sometimes asking for help is the best thing that you can do. And it took me a lot of courage to even go up to a teacher and ask them in private what was I doing wrong. But then, it got into the habit of just raising my hand in general in class saying, hey, I don't understand this. Can you please go over it again? And everyone will probably look at you and be like, you are so stupid. But don't let that get to you. 90% of the people in there probably don't understand it either, and they'll be thankful that you raised your hand. That is pretty much what I have for being successful. Now to being happy. Being happy, I don't need a clipboard, or I don't need a sketch pad to do this. Oh my goodness, I keep kicking my camera. But I don't need anything to explain this except for the camera and I, which means you and I, to actually talk. For me, when I found myself getting a little bit upset, I would do some simple things. One, open up your shades. Like in your room, open up your shades. Let the light come in. My room is very, very dark, I guess, when it doesn't have the shades open, mostly because every other wall in my room is gray. My room is altered pink and gray. Now, I did that for certain reasons. One, because when I first painted my room, I was coming out of a very, very deep depression. And not only did I want to have my room mean something, I wanted the colors to mean something. Now, all the pink, like this wall, all the pink walls are where they're my happy walls, I guess. My happy walls. Where my bed is, it makes me happy to sleep. And it's also where my bookcase is, where I like to read and learn. And all the gray walls just represent places that I could do better in. Now, I'm not saying to go off and color code your room on the way that you want it to make yourself happy. That's just what I did. I'm a very, very color coordinated person, and I also like art. If you're upset, do something that you like, whether it's art, music, sitting around, watching movies, whatever. And if someone doesn't like that, just say, hey, what would you do when you're having a bad day? You know, just don't let anyone stop you from being happy. You know, you are your own person and you know what you like. So go out and do that. Sometimes there will be something stopping you, but if you want to be happy, you have to be motivated. And my motivation was this channel. Honestly, my mom and I talked about me having a YouTube channel about a year ago. And she said, when you are stable enough to make your own YouTube channel, then I'll be all for it. And look at me now. That is what motivated me to get a channel going and to do what I really like to do, to help people out in these situations. Not only was it for my makeup, but it was also to talk to you. I've seen so many videos of people just talking about stuff, and you know, that's great. I love those videos, and that's what I wanted to do. So, you know, just have a goal in your mind of where you want to go, what you want to do, and how are you going to reach that goal. I know that I said a lot in this video, and I know 90% of it probably doesn't make sense because I'm just rambling on, and besides, I just woke up. See, I'm still wearing my pajamas. So let this sink in for a little bit. Maybe, you know, I'll make another video like this soon, but pretty much my message to you is just keep yourself motivated and keep yourself busy. You will get tired and you will get worn out and you will feel like you are just done. But don't give up. Just don't give up. That's one of the main things that I say to everyone. Don't give up. Because when you give up, you have to start from square one. And I know from personal experience, starting at square one is a living hell. It sucks. So, you know, no matter how many squares you have to go to get to your goal, just when you start from square one and you get off that square one, try to never, ever, ever go back. So that is my video for you guys this Thursday. I know I didn't add any music to it because I wanted to actually get the message across, and I wanted you guys to listen to me and not my ukulele music in the background as usual. So I hope you really, really like these videos. Please comment if you have any questions or if you need to, you know, get something off your chest. I am always here for you guys, and I will always try to respond to anything that you have. So make sure you check out Sunday's video. I haven't thought of what I'm going to do, but I think it's going to be a fun video. Make sure you subscribe so you can get that video, and make sure you follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My links will be down below, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday. Bye!